This should work. Welcome to the Daily Bee with Maddie B. We got Ryan jumping in to have a good chat to us today about some kinesiology, some spiral healing, which is just blown my mind. And yeah, it's got a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Something to share with you guys in your release. Hey, Janie. So, waiting for Ryan to accept that request that hopefully worked this time. Brother, tell me if that worked now. Ooh. Got a feeling it will. Boom. Adding. Let me know if you get that now. Got a good feeling about this. Puss, stop playing with the cord. What are you guys up to? Jane, what are you up to? Doing stock? Having a good day? Here we go.
What's up?
Man.
How's it going?
Hey, bro. Hey. Yeah, very good. Very, very good.
Good.
How about you?
That's good. Yeah, really good, man. Glad this worked. And I was actually a little bit nervous. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was going to do it like right then. And then it popped up like, oh, fuck, let's go. Let's do it.
It's the beauty of being on live, man. It's you just got to run with the run with the bulls, go with the flow.
Yeah. Find the best stuff usually comes in live. You kind of get yourself out of the way. And it's just like, all right, I'm here now. Let's do it.
Real.
Yeah. Cool.
So, brother, quickly share with people that don't know you who'll be watching this and watching the replay, who you are, what you do, where you've come from, and a bit of a transformation that you've gone through in the past that sort of was a catalyst for you being the big and beautiful Ryan that you are today.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on, brother. And yeah, it's quite a story for sure. I've been on this journey through healing and emotional clearing and stuff for the last 3 years, and it didn't really start until probably about 3 years ago, almost to the day, where I went down to Brisbane to get away from my life up here in Cairns, and was just kind of trashing my mind with drugs and alcohol and just doing stupid shit, and just like every weekend, just really suppressing my stuff and my emotions just with going out and getting fucked up and just like, doing dumb shit. I was also like into dealing drugs and stuff. And so I moved down to Brisbane to get away from all of that, and ended up getting caught, fucking lost my job, lost my license, like went down on this like whole downward spiral just because I went back to the old ways of dealing with my emotions, which were drinking, getting fucked up, and just kind of trying to forget about all the things.
Suppressing them and not dealing with them, essentially, not facing them.
Yeah,
hiding from
totally. Them. Yeah, and then more shit just kept coming up. As I said, I lost my job, lost my license. I was homeless for about 3 weeks or so, and then I just come to a point in my life where I shared with you before, where I went to an event. I was just like blown away with like all these people that have come from, worse stories than what I've had, and they've able to come on top and just like really be able to be in control of themselves and their financial future, and like mostly just like being within themselves. And that really inspired me to kind of to go sober. And then I just fully committed to my health and healing, got into meditation and a few different things. And it was like 3 weeks into this journey where I went to a festival. Like I love festivals. I love music and dancing, and at that time was getting fucked up. And I committed to going to this festival and be completely sober, just as like a test to my willpower to stay sober and not go to jail, and like all the things that I was facing, and just to see if I can really push through that without any of that stuff. And I was at this festival, and I just was just like dancing and doing just really moving through what I was feeling at that time, just kind of like a big release for me. And that was like the first time I've actually been able to move through my emotions and like sober and fully conscious. And I just noticed that like I felt like higher than I'd ever felt in my entire life with drugs and alcohol, and I was just fucking beaming. And as at that point where
Amazing
I just like,
realization when you get that.
yeah, and yeah, it was at that point where I decided that I'd never need drugs or alcohol or anything ever in my life. And it's near almost been three years now. And
Congratulations, man.
thanks, man. And yeah, it's only been because like I've been a Reiki master for a couple of years, and then now in the last year or so moved into kinesiology and the spiral and the scale of consciousness. And what I learned about the scale of consciousness was a lot of the lower vibrational emotions are kind of down the bottom, like shame and guilt and apathy and all these yucky things. And then up the top is more like joy, peace, love, and all these higher vibe emotions. And what I realized was what happened at that festival was what I seen on this chart was that like I was able to move through all the lower stuff and then felt like higher than I've ever felt in my life. What's that noise going on?
That is rain. It is pissing down here. It's like a hailstorm. So apologies for that. Yeah, it just got nuts.
That's
I
right.
don't know if you can see it. I can't really see it. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
No.
Yeah. Cool.
And then Mother Nature.
And then yeah, like I learned about kinesiology and scale of consciousness, and I actually perceived what happened to me.
Explain kinesiology in a nutshell for people that don't know what it is.
So kinesiology is kind of like body consciousness. So it's connecting the conscious mind with the subconscious through muscle testing. So muscle testing to find different emotions using Chinese meridian and emotions chart. So when we can have access to our bodies, and we have access to kind of infinite knowledge, really, our subconscious mind. And when we can tap into that, we can ask ourselves any question or find any emotion that's underneath a belief or finding the trauma or anything like that, and just be able to clear it and let go of it. So Power versus Force is a great book for that.
Yeah, and with that as well, like I know that from this is something that's been introduced to me just recently, and I'm a bit of an analytic and a skeptic at the best of times as well. But the evidence and the testing and the proof that is behind the scientific evidence that is actually behind the kinesiology and the energetic testing with that's coming from our body and our subconscious is just it's clinically proven, like it's undeniable.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people that when they first hear of this, and I was one of them, and when I speak to people about it, they still sort of think of it as this sort of woo-woo practice or like a bit of a hippie random sort of thing that's sort of out in the sticks still. It's weird that it's got this sort of connotation with people that don't actually understand it, haven't researched it properly. But yeah, like the thing I want to just make very clear is that this is as much of a modality as any other scientific medicine or healing practice or modality out there as well. And it's the proof behind it is just undeniable. And the fact that it's not common knowledge blows my freaking mind. The fact that it's not more widely spoken about and practiced and utilized blows my freaking mind. And that's why I'm really, my mum's just finished studying kinesiology. I told you the other day.
Oh, wicked. Cool.
Yeah. And so she's just getting into practicing that as well. And that's why I'm so excited to have you, man, in my life as well. And to be able to bring this to the people that are in my network and share your story and what you're doing, because it's really, it is a superpower, and it's a gateway to the subconscious and to our truth, where we're constantly up in our minds trying to make sense of these 60 to 80,000 thoughts every day and make decisions based on this bullshit, when actually that's not where the answers are. The answers are within us. Our truth is here, and it's just about, this is like a shortcut gateway to tapping into that straight away. And that's why I'm excited to have you here and share all this with people. So chuck that in there, because I know that there's some people and in my network that still aren't aware of kinesiology, or that have sort of just heard about it but unsure. But I think it's a superpower that if people find a really good kinesiologist, or someone that is practicing it in form, I can already envision myself when when I have a large team around me and I have the resources, that I will have a kinesiologist in my business network, and in my basically like my board of directors and people that are there to strategize and help me move forwards in my professional life as well as my personal life. Kinesiologist is there by my side every day of the week.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, as I said, I've been through a few different modalities like Reiki and like access consciousness and like a heap of other ones, but just really found that this was exactly what you just said. We're able to just like kind of bypass the mind and just like tap into what's going on in here, which is where all our emotions are stored, and which then create all our beliefs that are up here. So when we clear that whole lot, our thought patterns begin to change, and we think better thoughts about ourselves, and we're able to kind of feel good enough, feel worthy, and just release all the old limiting beliefs that are stored within us, in our bodies.
Able to be in each moment.
And more becoming more present with yourself, and that it really.
And so now you've been doing this spiral for a while. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that started and what it is, and for people that obviously don't know what the spiraling is as well? I find this stuff so interesting. You have to make sure we don't go for an hour or so, but
it's cool. I'll keep it as short as possible. So like I've been practicing with kinesiology for almost a year now, and using the work of Dane Thomas. If you haven't heard of Dane Thomas, go and check him out. He's actually got a book called Clear Your Shit, where you can actually go in and learn these techniques for yourself to be able to clear up a lot of subconscious beliefs and limiting beliefs and stuff, and really empower yourselves to heal yourself. Started reading the book, and like as I said, I was a Reiki master for a couple of years, and I started using kinesiology and Dane's techniques and incorporating it into what I help my clients with, and that actually became the primary part of the healing. And then the Reiki was just like, oh, you're okay. You're like, I just pulled you apart. Here's some love. Like, it's all gonna be fine, you know. That really became like my primary modality that I used, and so I was using that for about 6 months or so. I became a practitioner, and my life's been totally different since then. And what it really is just we use kinesiology and timeline therapy to take you back to when you first experienced an experience. So we use the 22 emotions most common to human experience, and we use timeline therapy and kinesiology to find the patterns and the stories that happen to you in our first 7 years of our life, when we're all in theta state. We're like little sponges. We're just sucking up all these beliefs and societal beliefs and parental beliefs and all this conditioning that we kind of tap into and just release the whole entire pattern in relation to each emotion. So like it's a 7-week journey. We go through the 7 chakras, and the emotions, the chakras are, should we go into a little bit about the chakras?
I think it's
so like the chakras are energy centers within our bodies, and each chakra can represent different situations or ways of being in our life. So down at the base, we've got our sense of security, our safety, our job, career, vocation, and then into also feelings of self-worth and worthiness. Also in the sacral chakra is your creativity, your sexuality, and different things like that. And the solar plexus is your willpower to get things done, and up into the heart space, which is all about love and acceptance, reason. And then in the throat, which is all about your self-expression, how you speak to others, how you hold yourself, your confidence, different things like that, as well as your own personal image and how you feel about yourself. And then up to the third eye chakra, which is your perceptions and your truth and the way you perceive the world through, if you've got a blocked third eye, if we can't really see the truth from the universe or the world or things like that. And up into the crown, which is purpose, like who we are, why we're here, those kinds of things. And when we go and clear these emotions that are blocking these energy centers and releasing the whole entire pattern, we're able to really feel into and be our true self, because there's no longer any blockages or anything, any feelings of unworthiness, any guilt, any shame, fear, anxiety, all these shitty emotions that are stopping us from, really moving forward and stepping into our most authentic self. And that's basically it in a nutshell.
That's beautiful. And we're essentially going to be going through that and documenting the experience of that journey, essentially, of you taking me through this process to give people a sort of an experiential understanding of what it is that you do and how this modality works and what it looks like, and actually running commentary of the impact and the process that is, which is pretty exciting for me, for one, but also for everybody that's unaware of this stuff, or even people that have heard of it but aren't 100% clear on it. I think that's so awesome how you're open to doing that and putting that on display to share that with the world, so it can reach more people and just show people how all these limiting beliefs and these fears that are there, that are essentially just holding us back from expressing ourselves to give our gift to the world and be of value to the world, which what I'm coming to realize is every single person's ambition is to be of service and to be to have a greater impact on the world, to leave a legacy, to do something positive for people outside of themselves. And that's that higher chakra is essentially where it seems that we're getting to once we clear out all those sort of toxic emotions and limiting beliefs and feelings and thoughts. So I'm really excited, man. And I guess, could you give maybe set a bit of an expectation for those watching of what to sort of expect in some sort of a sense over the next little while over this journey?
Like, it's so unique to everyone. Like, and not everyone's got a completely different experience, completely different stories, different lives. So we don't know like what comes up, but what can come up is just, it's intense. Like I broke up with my girlfriend, like I moved away from where I was living, like I really fully transitioned into what I feel is my purpose, and I just really left, I left my job just to go like, what, fuck it, I'm not doing that anymore. Like I want to go ahead and do this. And it just really, really get clarity in what you want to do, and just like, all right, there's nothing stopping me from doing that. Like I'm out of my own way. Like I'm just let's do it. You know what I mean? And that's why I reached out to you as well. It's like, I see you, man, and I see you, like, you're coming out there and you're really putting yourself out there, and really impacting a lot of people. And I feel like having you go through this process, as well as sharing your journey, and also like helping yourself to grow, and having those deep, intense, transformational experiences for yourself, then with your own people, you're able to help them with that. And I guess, like, what else could I share to expect? It's expect to, really step into your power and your truth, and release a lot of old emotional baggage that's not serving you anymore. Like, we accumulate so much shit that we don't even realize. And it's unique for everyone. So, like, what comes up is just like, who knows? Like, you might attract a new lover. You might find what you're doing isn't what you actually want to do, and you want to do this thing. Or, like, if you're in a job when you're in a transition period where it's like, I fucking hate this. It's like, you know what? Like, fuck this shit. Like, I can do this. Like, I can do my thing. And it's transformational, and it's life changing. We just don't know exactly what it's going to change for you.
Expect the unexpected.
Pretty much. But cool. Basically just really letting go of the shit that just doesn't serve you anymore, and just stepping into your own fullest expression of self. That's the way I would say it.
And I find that recently, me sharing a lot of stuff, doing a lot of videos, getting myself out there a lot, I've been making myself vulnerable and opening up and sharing, but there's still elements that I haven't opened up about. And I guess one of the things that did excite me about doing this with you as well is, well, my coach yesterday, she said, Matt, you've got to do the things that make your arsehole sweat. So the things that scare you. And so
awesome.
I know that to document this, it's going to bring out the shit that my ego says, don't let people know this, don't share this with people, like, let that one be a secret just for you. But
totally.
It's
and that's
hey, Mum.
That's where the healing comes from as well. It's like just letting that out and just going, this is a part of myself, like, and really integrate that into your being, and not feel triggered around whatever situation it is. It's like, that happened. I'm grateful for that happened. And now I'm able to help a lot more people through that same experience, because I've been through it, I've healed it, I've cleared my shit.
Bang on.
And basically that's what this is just really bringing awareness to the old patterns and the old self, and just integrating deepest parts of you, so that you're just complete version of self.
All right. So essentially what we're going to do, what feels like, is we're going to be doing a bit of a go live before each session and then after, to sort of feel see where I'm at beforehand, and then where I'm at afterwards as well. And then just anything that comes up in between the sessions throughout the week, I'll also do a go live on, just to share my experiences and thoughts, feelings, and changes. And then what I'll do, I'll download them all and upload them into YouTube. So they're all in one YouTube channel as well. So they're all there in one spot, so people can sort of follow it as they go as well. So that'd be very interesting. But man, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. And
me too.
Let's get this show on the road. See what we can
you ready, brother? Well, like, I'm going through this too. So I'm starting tomorrow again. And I'm going through it again with another group of 8 practitioners. So we're all taking each other through it, which is going to be quite intense. And yeah, I feel I constantly need to be going back through and moving through my stuff so I can help more people. And having you on the journey through each level is going to be pretty epic. So
yeah, man, let's rock and roll. All right, see you on the other side, man.
Yeah, boy. All right, thanks for having me, man.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure, never a chore. We'll chat soon.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at around 3 o'clock.
And anyone else looking to for some kinesiology work or some spiral work or wanting to find out more, reach out to Ryan. I've put his name in the bio here as well. So yeah, always happy to chat and share more information with you guys. So reach out to Ryan, and he's absolutely amazing to work with. Love you guys.
Awesome.
Catch you later, Ryan.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, guys.